Hello, my lovely friends. It's Mary from Rocky Mountain Gardens. Have you ever wondered how people make those large, beautiful bows for the tops of their Christmas trees? Well, I sure have. So I set about learning and doing some research to figure out how I too could make such a beautiful bow. And I'm going to share that with you today. You know, my first bow tying video was quite long because we made two types of bows. So today we're going to focus on only one, and I'm going to be making a bow for the top of my vintage Christmas tree. So we'll be using appropriate colors for that kind of a design. And so we're going to get started. This is going to be step by step, so it's very easy for you to follow, and you can replicate this bow in your home for the holiday season. We're going to start today with two Dollar Tree Deco meshes, and these are just a great bargain. They're just, of course, $1 a piece, and they're actually very nice quality deco mesh. And I like this sort of 6-inch width for making bows. So we have white with silver in it, and then we have a really pretty red deco mesh. And to really make this look vintage, I have a wired pink ribbon. It's a little bit gauzy, I guess you might say. I like it. It's a two-sided ribbon, and we're going to be using that. And then, oh my goodness, look at this gorgeous turquoise. Isn't that pretty? I would like my bow to have 20-inch loops for the first part of the bow with my deco mesh. So this white and silver, that's what we're going to do. And what I did is I laid out one length of deco mesh, folded it over, and now I have a second piece. Now I'm going to fold it back on itself, just roll it out, get to this side. I'm going to kind of press it down here for a minute so that I can hold it. This deco mesh can be a little bit unwieldy. So we're going to go back, and then we're going to fold it over on itself, come back this direction, and fold it back over on itself. And I would like to have 3 loops on each side of my bow. So here I have 1, 2, 3. And on this side I have 1, 2. And as I come back, whoopsie, come here and fold again back on itself. And I'll come back to about the center here. Hold it with my hand. Oopsie, it gets a little bit tangled up, honestly. And at this point, I'm gonna cut off the rest of this roll here with my scissor because I have 1, 2, and 3 loops. Can you see them? And 1, 2, 3 loops. So let's cut off the remainder of this deco mesh here and get it separated so we don't cut the wrong thing. And then I'm going to find the center. So we're making this about 20 inches total, so at about 10 inches right here. I have a piece of pipe cleaner, and I chose this sparkly red one because this is going to be a very sparkly bow. And I am just going to slip it under here at the 10-inch mark. And I'm going to gather this together, just sort of scrunch it all together. And I have my pipe cleaner here at 10 inches. And you can see I have the pipe cleaner about even. And I'm going to pull it nice and tight and twist it about 3 times to get a good tight catching of the deco mesh here. Now I'm not going to do anything with the loops just yet because I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to make another similar bow with this red deco mesh. This time I'm going to make it just slightly smaller. So I'm going to make it maybe 18 inches. So we will start here measuring and come here to 18 inches. And as you can see, it wants to roll back. So I set a pair of scissors over here to hold this side. That'll help me out a little bit as we get started. So here's 18 inches. I'm going to fold over on the 18-inch mark. Come over here to this side. And this is what we have so far, white with red on top. Okay. Next, I think I'm gonna go in with the pink next. And in this technique, this is a two-sided bow also. Sorry, this is a two-sided ribbon also. So I am going to make this loop, I think I'm going to make it the same size as the red deco mesh. So it's going to be 18 inches. And so I'm just going to measure it from over here at the beginning, number 1, all the way over here to 18. And I'm going to go ahead and get this started. So we're going to do exactly the same process. Now we're going to take our loops of the deco mesh. We're going to place this bow right in the center again, and we're going to scrunch it up again like we did the deco mesh. And what our goal is to get the pipe cleaner right into those notches. And then we're going to tie it nice and tight again. So now look what we have. It's sort of like the first bow we made, the funky bow, where it doesn't look very pretty yet. So our next step is to do the turquoise colored ribbon. I would like you to notice that this ribbon is not two-sided, so we have to use a slightly different method for forming our bow. So we're going to start with the wrong side up and measure out to 16 inches here on my measuring tool. I'm going to bring it down here and fold it over. Can you see I have the right side up now? And so what I'm going to do is take this over here to the beginning and fold it over to the 16 inches. And then we'll take and make another loop, starting over here at 1 and folding over to 16 inches again. And then same thing, we'll keep going. come over here to number 1, fold over to the 16-inch mark. And let's count our loops. We have 1 and 2 only over here. 1, 2, and so we don't have enough. I'd like to have 3 on all sides. We're going to bring this over, fold it over again to 16 inches. And now we have 1, 2, 3 on this side, 1, 2 on this side. So I need to fold it one more time over. And now it should be perfect because I have 1, 2, 3 loops on this side, 1, 2, 3 loops on that side. So I'm going to find my center of the 16 inches, which is 8, right here where my finger is. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off from the spool. And so I have plenty here to be caught. I'm going to make my little notches at 8 inches. Right here, 1. And then right across from it, I'm going to make the number 2 notch. Next, I'm going to scrunch it together, grab the rest of my bow, put it right here in the center. Make sure I get those notches right there where the pipe cleaner is, and attach it by twisting it into the bow tightly as always. And here's our bow, except now comes the fun part. We are going to start at the back and take these loops and pull them apart and spread them out. And what you want to do is pull them in opposite directions. So if you have one going this way, take that deco mesh and pull it out this way. Fluff it out. And then one in the center. And you fluff it out really nicely. And then we'll go on the other side, do the same thing. Pull one of the loops one direction, one of the loops, oopsie, it's catching on my sweater. Oh, this is not a loop, this is just a tail. One loop this direction and one loop this direction. Just get all those loops pulled apart, and then we'll start on the red. So we'll just pull it out. This is a tail, pull out red, loop number 1, red loop, pull it the opposite direction, pull one this way, and then one kind of in the center. Looks like a big mess, but that's what we actually want. We want this large, very opulent, luxurious bow with big, big loops for our tree. So just get your hand in there and just pull that deco mesh apart. So now it's starting to look very big and beautiful. So I'm turning it over to the other side, and I have a little piece of this I'm going to clip off of the deco mesh that's kind of getting in the way. The next thing I'm going to tackle is my pink. I'm going to take my pink loops, pull one direction, one the other direction, and bring those loops out. Just like this. And with the wires, the deco mesh, of course, doesn't have wires, but it's very moldable, even though it doesn't have the wires. But we're pulling out these pink loops and sort of forming them with the wire in the loop, or in the ribbon. You can see you can just mold it the way you want it to be formed. And then we're going to go in and pull out the loops on the turquoise. So we just pull it apart, pull those loops. I'm going to have one, let's see, I'm going to have one loop to come forward toward the middle and one to each side. And lastly, I'm going to form more nice big loops with this turquoise. Wowee. Does this ever look spectacular? It's a little hard for you all to see, but I'm going to give you a better look here in just a minute. This is a huge bow. It's just tremendous. Oh my goodness, it's going to look so spectacular on my tree. Let me give you a better look right now. This is my finished vintage bow for my tree. As you can see, when I was pulling out all the loops, I made sure that I interspersed the turquoise colored and pink colored ribbon. And then you can see both the red and the white and silver deco mesh showing. So go ahead and try making this bow. And also, I will be coming back for some additional bow ideas for you for this series. I originally thought I'd only make 2 videos, but I realized, oh my gosh, there's so many ways we can use bows and different variations for other purposes. So we're going to go ahead and do that for part of this series. And please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'd love to have you join me here at Rocky Mountain Gardens. Oh, and don't forget that I'm also on Pinterest. I'm on, let's see, Instagram and Facebook. I have all of those resources for you too. I am Rocky Mountain Gardens at all of those different social media places. So I hope to see you again soon. Have a very lovely day.